How have you been?
Good.
I haven't seen you since your birthday.
I know. You were just in Italy.
I know.
That
was
looked
amazing.
so beautiful.
It was literally the best. Like, I knew I would love Italy. I've always been obsessed with it. Like, growing up, it's been on my vision board. But, like, being there, nothing against America. But, like, I kind of want to move.
Yeah.
I know everybody says that. But I loved it.
Yeah, it looked amazing.
Oh, your 40th birthday was so fun.
So fun.
That was, like, iconic.
Yeah, it really was. I felt like I needed to do that because I was just feeling just kind of like in a funk, and I wasn't really wanting to celebrate. I didn't have any plans, and then in a week that whole thing came together, and it was like the jump start I felt.
Did Courtney
like
plan
I
it?
needed. No.
Okay.
Brock did a lot of it.
Aw.
We had a party planner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was like the coolest party that I've literally ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wait, this is next level.
It was
and
a
I know,
collaborative effort.
Weeks leading up, I'm like, what are we doing for your birthday? Because we were going to do Mexico for a minute.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, maybe just you were going to do something at your house. Which
I was never doing something at my house. My husband was trying to surprise me with something at my house. And once I got wind of him trying to surprise me with a house party, I was like, but whose house?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, that's where we did my birthday.
Yeah.
We did my birthday.
I was like, we're not having
150
150 people at my house.
Yeah,
No.
and also like something special. It's such a big milestone birthday. How do you feel being 40?
I don't know yet. It's a transition for sure. It's not like I woke up and feel different, but now I am saying I'm 40.
Yeah.
I think once I kind of get back into the swing of things and I'm working out regularly and just putting my health, mental and physical first, then I'll start feeling like more myself. I'm just not fully there yet.
That's okay. You're busy.
Yeah.
And you're about to get busier.
I know.
We can look at the year ahead for you, obviously.
Okay.
And I've done your birth chart before. And I know your birth chart pretty well, honestly. And I think it will explain Scheana, like, in a deeper way. Because I do feel like you are very misunderstood. And I feel like people who see you on TV, like the fans that are like your diehards, like they get it. Like I think that they empathize with you so much, but then the ones that don't, I can see why in your chart, but you're just such an empathetic person and you literally shapeshift to like whoever you're around because you flow basically.
Okay.
But before we get into your chart, is there anything that you're really curious or you want me to look at?
I feel like it's kind of a time in my life where I have a decision to make in my career, you know, which path is right. I have been in a contract for so long, you know, and now Vanderpump Rules is rebooted. And sure, I was a friend on the Valley, but is this my path? Is something else? Like, it's just that weird in-between time where I'm trying to figure out what's best for me and my family.
Yeah.
I have my book coming out, going book tour next month.
Yeah.
And with my OCD, I'm not really able to look super far into the future, but I also think that's because I've been doing the same job for so long where it's season to season, year to year, that I've never really been able to plan forward that much. Like with a family vacation or something, a year and a half from now, I'm like, I don't know where my career is going to be. So yeah, it's an exciting time because it's like finally a new chapter. But what is that chapter? I'm not sure yet.
Okay, so this might validate where you're at, but basically Saturn, we call him Big Daddy Saturn in astrology, and he's the planet that is all about kind of evolving and growing up and maturing. And we love Saturn, but he's not like the friendliest. He's literally the planet that's like, have you done your chores? Did you do your homework?
Tattoo?
Oh my God, I love it, Saturn.
I know.
Wait, I didn't know.
I just got
I'm
that
sure I've seen
the
that
other day.
Oh,
No, I just got it.
I'm sure I've seen that. Wait, shut up.
Yeah.
Basically, Saturn has been hanging out in Pisces for the last almost 3 years. Pisces is your 10th house, which is the house of career, public image, the literal role that we hold in society, like the role that we play out in the world, and our career role as well. And Saturn just left Pisces last week.
Oh.
That's crazy that you just got a Saturn head.
Yeah.
So with that to say, like Saturn, when he enters a house, I always think of it as like the dad coming in to do renovations. So about three-ish years ago, Saturn came into your 10th house And it didn't feel comfortable because it's a little bit like, okay, the dad is overstaying his welcome. And he's like, that could look better. This needs to be updated. He's kind of hard on us, but it's because he loves us. So he's been quite literally like doing renovations on your career over the past 2.5, 3 years. Now he's left the building, which is great. And I'm not surprised that you even feel a little bit like, okay, that's kind of all finished and like there's a bow, but it still feels like, but what's next?
Yeah.
But trust the process because Saturn literally just left your 10th house of career. Now he's moving into your 11th house, which is the house of business. It's the house of friendships and community and social groups. So there will be answers, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but just trust that the 10th house, that career, it was always meant to look different than it did 2.5 years ago.
Interesting. Because also like another passion of mine has always been acting. And I got back into that a little bit last year.
Yeah.
But I've also always wondered if I chose to not do Vanderpump Rules and just stuck with acting, if that trajectory of my life, like what it would have looked like. And can I circle back to that? Or I don't know. I am just like trusting this process and trying not to stress over it because I can't necessarily control it all, which I like to be able to, but.
No, yeah. Okay, friend Ally is saying you can absolutely pivot. And then astrology Ally is saying you will pivot. It's not something that is really up for debate. Saturn went into your 10th house for a reason. He cleared it out. He cleared the cobwebs, Vanderpump Rules. Not saying like
that was the cobwebs.
That was the cobwebs, yeah. And I think that like Saturn isn't wanting you to be like mad at that. I don't think that you are, but I think that it is more of like, what's next? We need to evolve. Like that's Saturn is all about mastery and time. So Saturn's like, what's next? Like, we get to keep evolve and we get to keep growing. Like nothing's ever just, okay, that's finished. I'm putting it away.
Right.
So Saturn is now on top of your Venus sign, which is how we love and beauty and art. So think of like acting and performing and beauty. And Saturn is now on top of Mercury in your chart. Mercury is the storyteller. Saturn has now moved in. He's helping gear you up to share your book with the world. You're still meant to be seen. You always will. And so now that Saturn's on top of Venus, it's like transforming like, okay, how do people view me? So you're going through now just a little glow up, a little shift of like, who am I in this new chapter?
Yeah.
But okay, this is, bear with me. I'm going to leave Saturn. I'm going to go to your 12th house sun because this is why I'm not worried about you within the career world and otherwise. Okay, the sun is where we shine. It's where we feel our best. You have your sun in the 12th house. This is where I'm always like, Scheana is misunderstood. The 12th house is not for the weak. It is not for the faint of heart. I have a bunch of planets there as well. It is the last house of the entire birth chart. So it's the ending, and it's the house where we basically leave the physical world and we go to outer space or nirvana, like whatever you want to call it. Okay. It's mushrooms. It's not real. It's totally make-believe and fantasy, but it's where music lives and movies and art. And it's also where like Buddhist monks live and people who are on like a really spiritual path. The 12th house completely does not fit into one single mold. Because your sun is here, this means you shine in this area of life. So you're a mystery. And that is just how you've always been. That's how you'll always be. People think that they know you. They don't. Not that you don't know yourself, but it quite literally is this feeling of like, I am meant to do a lot and I can shapeshift. And I have many different hobbies and different talents and different friend groups. And if anyone can do that, it's the 12th house. And because your sun is there, it's almost like you're reminding people how to live in this world. Like there's a deeper, it's very eat, pray, love. Yeah. Basically.
Wait, I love that.